Hi guys, it's Daniela again and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm bringing you another try before you buy. And this series is where I try samples of foundation and tell you whether they're worth buying or not. And the foundation today is by Laura Mercier and it's called the Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Foundation. So if you're excited, please continue watching and let's get started. Hi guys, so the foundation that I'll be using today is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation. I've got a colour 2N2 linen and the full size bottle costs you £35. You can get it from John Lewis and a couple other stores. It's got 24 reviews on John Lewis and 4.5 stars. The product description: all the wear, all the coverage without the weight. Laura's longest wearing foundation of flawless full coverage and 15 hours of wear used into one weightless formula. Flawless Fusion offers high performance wear that's sweat, humidity, water and transfer resistant. Colour stays true all day and won't oxidize. Coated pigments glide on to create a buildable medium to full colour that beautifully evens out the skin tone and minimizes the look of pores and imperfections. Skin Fusion technology provides ultimate long wear with comfortable, breathable ease. Controls oil immediately and throughout the day, giving a matte finish that is never dull, flat or cakey. The weightless texture looks, fits and feels like second skin. Ideal for all skin types, especially normal to oily, oil and fragrance free. Okay, so that sounds okay. Not too sure about the matte finish, but let's get it started. So I'm going to do half of my face. I just got foundation all over my top. So I'm going to do half of my face with a beauty blender and half of a brush. This colour might not work for me, but we will see. So I'm going to blend this out with a beauty blender. The colour's not too bad. Editing Daniela will be the judge of that. I can see already that it's pretty matte, but not like a bad, ugly matte. Okay, that's pretty good. Coverage wise, not bad so far. Let me go in with the foundation brush now. I feel like with a brush I get more coverage, which is kind of expected, as the beauty blender tends to soak up some product. And today is the best day to review this foundation just because of how hot it is and how humid it is. So this is definitely a matte foundation, I can tell you that. I do prefer it with a beauty blender just because it gives me a little bit more dewiness. And I'm going to go over with a beauty blender just because I like how it looks with a beauty blender. But it doesn't look bad with just a brush. It's covered actually really well. I would say this is full coverage. Obviously it's not covered like any of my darkness just because I haven't colour corrected. So far guys, I do like this foundation. It is a bit more matte than I'm used to, but it's not too bad and I really don't actually feel it. And it's set itself already. So I'm going to go off camera, do the rest of my makeup, and then I will come in and give you a check-in and let you know what I think about it with all my products on top and how it went. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Bye guys. So hi guys, as you can see I'm back. I've finished off all my makeup. I've had this foundation on now for 3.5 hours and my thoughts are so far, I do like it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. But I think this is a foundation that I'll be reaching for, especially in this weather. It's really hot at the moment and really humid, and this has really held up. Like none of my sweat's coming through, none of my oils have come through. So I think those with oilier skin will really like this. Those with dry skin, I'm not too sure. I think maybe you'd have to really moisturize and then like prime with a really moisturizing primer. But so far I'm not actually hating it. It looks alright in person. It has creased around my mouth and it doesn't look the best around here and here. Doesn't look too bad. I've had worse. You can only really see the creases when you come really close because from afar you can't tell I've creased at all. Yeah, like I actually do like it. I'm really surprised. I didn't think I was just because of the matte description. I definitely think it's a medium to full coverage foundation for sure. I like it with a brush and a beauty blender, but for me it's a beauty blender just because I prefer that technique better. I do have to say I don't feel it on my skin. It does feel very weightless, so I completely agree with that. It is very buildable, completely agree with that. What else do they claim? The colour isn't actually too bad. It doesn't look dull or cakey or flat. I do have to agree, it does not look cakey. And I also have to say, I haven't really noticed that it's emphasised my texture. If anything, I feel like it's kind of just glided over my texture and smoothed it out. So I do like that part about it. It's long wearing. I'm not really too sure on that because I've only worn it for 3.5 hours. But I do have to say, within 3.5 hours, I know if I like a foundation or don't. And I don't hate it, so I like it. The coverage is really good. I would say this is full coverage. I do feel like it's really comfortable and breathable. I do think my skin looks flawless. I really do have to say, it's definitely matte, and I'm not that keen on matte, but this matte isn't like a flat, dull matte like they said. Do I like this foundation? Yes. Do I love it? No. Do I hate it? No. Will I wear it again? I reckon I will, actually, especially in this heat, because it's intact. It's not like fading away. As I said before, my mouth area is a particular issue with foundations and me, but this one doesn't look too bad around there, actually. I would feel comfortable wearing this out. I do think it's something that I'm going to mix in with a more dewy foundation, maybe my LA Girl Pro HD foundation, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it's called. So yeah, I actually like this foundation. Will I go and buy a big bottle right now? No, because I have so many foundations. Will I use the sample again? For sure. I actually do like this foundation, which I'm quite surprised about. I know that Laura Lee likes this foundation, if I'm not mistaken, and it's also Tati that uses this foundation. And to be honest, I actually understand why, because it is actually pretty good. Obviously, I've only worn this for 3.5 hours, so I'm not saying go and buy it. Get a sample like I did and try it out for yourself. And yeah, guys, this is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please remember to give me a thumbs up and some comments down below. And subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.